Namaskara. Welcome back to DevCon. I hope you enjoyed the sessions yesterday. I hope it was interactive also. Today, we are going to have yet another exciting day. But the most exciting session that I am waiting for a long time is a fireside chat between Daniel Dinas, our co-founder and CEO, and Ted, who is EVP at UiPath. It is a session that you should not miss. We also are going to have general sessions and breakout sessions just like yesterday. And we will continue to have the experts will open, where you can go talk to our product owners who are eager to ask your feedback and answer some of your questions. You can also ask questions during the sessions. You have to hit the Q&A button. You can ask your question or upvote an interesting one. You know the drill already. If you want to network, and if you have not already figured this out, you can go to network on top of the DevCon landing site and find your colleagues, find new connections, and chat with them. G2 is a platform where we want to hear your feedback. We kindly request you to put your reviews and also get an opportunity to win awards. Feedback is of utmost importance at UiPath. The first session for the day today is actually about to know you. It's about the state in which you are currently present, the state of RPA Developer. We ran a survey across the globe and we had participants at various levels of their career answering this. We got great insights and we are happy to share all of them with you. Over to you, Teresa.
Thank you, Tejas. So glad you've joined us and excited to be here for day 2 of DevCon. I'm Teresa Wu, the Director of Product Marketing for Community at UiPath. And today we're talking about the state of the RPA developer. Though many of you are experienced RPA developers, when you take a step back, this is still a pretty new emerging profession. So how do you make the most of your career as an RPA developer? In the next 30 minutes, I'm going to share the results of the State of the RPA Developer Survey 2021. So you can find out how your experience compares to your peers. I'll give you a peek into some of the newest enhancements to our UiPath community. And for those of you who are working toward your certification, we've invited a recently certified RPA developer, Ankur, to share his insider tips on passing the certification exams and taking the next step in your career. So let's get started. So let's start with the results of this year's survey. Over 1,000 RPA professionals responded to our 2021 survey. As a reminder, we ran this survey for the first time last year with the goal of understanding who RPA developers are, how you came to RPA, and how satisfied you are with your careers. Based on the tremendous response from RPA developers, we decided to do this survey annually and track how the career is evolving over time. This survey was not specific to UiPath. We invited developers to respond no matter what technology they're using. So let's take a look at some of the demographic data. Our respondents were located all over the world, with the largest majority being based in India, plus 26% in Europe and 13% in North America. About half of our respondents were between the ages of 20 and 29, with 78% of them identifying as male and 20% of them identifying as female. Almost 2/3 of our respondents work in-house for their own organization, while about 1/3 are part of a consulting firm, supporting external clients. Half are in finance and banking, with tech, insurance, HR, and healthcare also topping the list. We continue to see that RPA developers come out of primarily technical college majors, with about 4 out of 5 holding an engineering or computer science degree. On average, developers know 4 languages, with SQL being the most common. Only 6% of them indicate they don't know another language. So there's a ton to unpack in the survey results, but we're just going to touch on a few key findings from this year. 1, RPA developers report that it's a fast-growing field that's easy to transition into. The vast majority, 92% of RPA developers, think the RPA industry has high potential for growth over the next 5 years. And we're seeing signs of this growth. 77% expect their organization are going to hire more RPA developers in the next 12 months, up 70% from last year. Half of RPA developers also report it was easy to transition into their role. Secondly, RPA is a diverse development field. 59% of RPA developers think RPA is more diverse than other development fields, and our data shows signs of both gender and age diversity. 20% of RPA developers who responded are women, and in our student population that we surveyed, the percentage is even higher, which could be a sign that the incoming RPA workforce is getting even more diverse. Over half of RPA developers are over the age of 30, so there's a strong age diversity across the group too. Third, RPA developers report a high and increasing level of job satisfaction. 97% said they're satisfied with their career. While that overall number is in line with what we saw last year, the percentage of developers who said they were very satisfied went up to 63%, up from 51% last year. It's exciting to see these numbers continue to trend upward as the industry matures and developers better define their roles and responsibilities within their organizations. Even though satisfaction with the field is high and developers do want to stay in RPA, 80% of them said they're looking for new jobs or are open to new opportunities. Why are they looking to make a change? The top reasons include the desire to advance their career, increase their salary, and learn new skills. And number 5, it's no surprise that like many other fields, RPA developers shifted how you worked in the past year. 85% started working from home for the first time, and most were still doing so as of the survey, which was run in April 2021. While 90% of RPA developers want to continue working from home at least some of the time, those who are new to the arrangement have found some aspects of it challenging. Difficulty unplugging, collaboration, and distractions topped the list. The 2021 report is being released for the first time today, and it's packed with interesting data and insightful nuggets directly from you, the RPA developer community. So check out your free copy when it lands in your inbox, and thanks again to the more than 1,000 RPA developers who took the time to share your thoughts with us. Next up, I want to talk a little bit about community. UiPath community is the heart of what we do. We have built this company and our products hand in hand with our users, always thinking about not only the platform and the product experience, but also the education, the support, and the network that we needed to build to make sure that you have the tools to be successful. As you heard earlier yesterday, we're excited to share that we've now grown our community to more than 1.5 million users who are creating the future of work together. For anyone that's new to the UiPath community, we have a number of resources to help you advance your career. You can grow your skills with our free training platform, Uipath Academy, while also learning on our free community edition software. Our forum, our documentation, and our community blog together provide peer collaboration, content, and technical tutorials to help you solve problems. And through our meetups and hackathons, through DevCon, and our MVP program, you can build your RPA network and grow your career. We're continuing to add new capabilities to community to meet your needs. Most recently, we created a use case repository. It's an extensive list of use cases authored by community members, which serves as a guidebook for others to gain learning experience. They include overviews, details on which UiPath products and other applications were used, skill level, industry categories, and ROI drivers. We've also added a community mentorship program. Really excited about this. The mentorship program pairs mentees and mentors who are experienced RPA development professionals to guide them in their journey, helping mentees gain knowledge, skills, and understanding of the automation ecosystem. Great opportunity to find someone to help you in your career. Lastly, we've introduced an RPA Job Board. The new job board is a convenient and fast way to post job openings and view open roles shared within the world's largest automation community. So you can really easily discover new opportunities, new job roles that are being posted. You can explore all of these new tools and resources at community.uipath.com. In our survey, you also told us that you are educating yourselves in an average of 4 ways, with online courses being the most important. We know how important online courses and Uipath Academy are for your learning journey. So we continue to build out our online course offerings to make sure that you have what you need to learn. Since we last met at DevCon 2020, we've added 25 new on-demand courses to Uipath Academy, including courses on Studio governance, object repository, automation ops, and more. We're continuing to see huge interest from RPA developers in getting certified too. In fact, 55% of RPA developers in our survey said they want to get the new UiPath Advanced RPA Developer certification in the next 12 months. For those of you who are new to certification, we offer two certification credentials, the RPA Associate and the Advanced RPA Developer certification. The general track is designed for anyone who works with the UiPath platform and requires strong foundational technical knowledge and skills. Our RPA Developer track assesses deeper level technical expertise in designing and developing complex RPA solutions. And next, we've invited Ankur, an RPA developer at Visions Federal Credit Union, who's achieved both certifications, to share his advice with us on getting certified. Welcome, Ankur.
Hi, it's great to see you too.
So tell me a little bit about how you got into RPA.
Okay, so I started learning UiPath and RPA, I'd say last year, September, so it's about 9 months now. Before that, I was a .NET developer, and then I transitioned to RPA.
Got it. That's impressive that you kind of advanced your career so quickly with RPA in just the last few months. So how did you use UiPath community and learning resources to help grow your skills?
Okay, so when I first started learning UiPath, I was actually really surprised to see there was so much content on the UiPath Academy for beginners, and that's where I started from. So I had no knowledge before that. So I started taking courses on UiPath Academy, started with the foundation training, then the advanced ones. Even now, I actually go back to UiPath Academy from time to time to learn about the newer offerings from UiPath, like AI Fabric, document understanding, and so on. And on top of that, I really like that there's a community edition for this, which I don't think other vendors offer, which actually really helped me, get started and practicing some projects. And it was actually really helpful. Other than that, I would say I really like the community forum, because if I'm stuck somewhere, I can just search for another person who has had the same problem, or maybe post my own question there, which is really helpful.
Awesome. So what led you to achieving your UiPath certification?
So after I started my current job at Visions Federal Credit Union, so my managers, they wanted me to get certified within 3 months, and then the advanced certification within 6 months. So I think what they were looking for was more credibility from me, because once you get certified, you get more credibility, and yeah, that's it. So as I was starting to learn about various topics for certification and everything, I actually got really interested in it. And I did both the certifications in like 6 weeks.
Wow, that's awesome. Tell us a little bit about your preparation, your insider tips on getting certified. How did you prepare?
Okay, so I'd say one of the most important things would be going through the documentation of everything that's listed on that document. I'd say on the certification website for UiPath. That is actually really helpful, going through each and every topic in detail from the documentation. After that, I would say to do the advanced training on UiPath Academy. It has 2 different projects which you can do. So you can implement your knowledge from there. So from what you've learned from UiPath Academy and your documentation, you can actually implement those 2 projects, which really help the concepts to stick.
Mm-hmm. And how did you prepare for the hands-on part of the exam?
So I actually had some experience before diving into the certifications. I had done a few practice projects and a few projects for the clients. So I'd say those were really, really helpful. Other than that, as I said, going through documentation, and especially the notes section in the documentation, because they're almost always asked in the exam. And next tip I would say would be to practicing doing some projects, and if you can work on some real world projects, that would be really great, but you can even work on some practice projects or go. And my last tip would be, I'd say, to take a lot of notes, because a lot of times you don't remember because there's so much content to learn. So you may not remember everything on the day of the exam. So if you have taken notes, you can just go through them a day before. That would be really helpful to you.
Yeah. Why was getting UiPath certified so important for you and your career?
So I'd say it is actually, I'd say, a stepping stone or how you get your foot inside the door. So for becoming a great RPA developer, and it actually gave me credibility and gave my profile a lot of credibility, I'd say. And as I posted my certification on LinkedIn, I started getting a lot of connection requests from like-minded RPA developers who some of them just wanted to connect with me, and some of them wanted to ask me how I achieved my certification. So that really helped me grow my network.
Very cool. Would you recommend that other developers take the certification, and why or why not?
Okay, so I definitely recommend everyone to do that because, as I said, most of the jobs, even the entry-level jobs, require you to be a certified developer. I'd say I got really lucky that my company actually helped me get the certification. They gave me time to prepare and they even paid for my certification. So that was really good. But I'd say for other people, I mean, most of the jobs, since they are looking for certified developers, I'd say you should definitely get them.
Yeah, that's great that your employer is so supportive, and I'm seeing that more and more from other companies as well. What kind of advice do you have for someone who's kind of just transitioning into RPA?
So I'd say do your research on it because it's not for everyone. So you should definitely look into what you're getting into. And if you're really interested in it, I'd say then definitely go for it. It's a great field. So before that, as I said, I was a .NET developer. So, and after that, I got a job as an RPA developer. So I did my research. I went through Quora, Reddit, YouTube, and every piece of information I could find on it. And it seemed really, really good. So I was like, yeah, let's go into it.
That's great. What in particular do you like about working in RPA?
So it's gonna sound super cheesy, but uh, okay. So looking at the bot run, actually, it's awesome. It never gets old to see the bot go through all the websites, collecting data and manipulating that so fast. It's just a great feeling, I'd say.
Absolutely. Where do you see RPA going next?
So I think RPA is growing really fast. I mean, even last year to this year, if you compare, it has grown a lot. So I'd say it's it has a really bright future. So and even more and more companies in different sectors are trying to get into RPA, get RPA developers and get them trained and do a lot of projects for them. So for example, I'm in banking sector, so there's a lot of manual work here. So that's what my management expects me to do, to automate a lot of that manual processes so that even the other employees are happier and there's a lot of cost savings.
Yeah. Which of today's sessions are you most excited about?
I'd say the AI Center one for document understanding. I've actually previously done a project using AI Fabric and document understanding. It was really interesting. So I'd say that one.
Yeah, we have a lot of great content lined up for today. Well, thank you so much, Ankur, for joining us today to share your experience and advice. It's exciting to see people like you being so successful who are relatively new to the RPA developer role, but are quickly learning and excelling in this role already. And with that, hope everyone enjoys day 2 of DevCon, and back over to you, Tejas.
Thank you, Teresa. That was an insightful session. And it is great to know the RPA developer career leaping so much forward. And for those who wants to upgrade their skills, all you have to do is log on to UiPath Academy. UiPath Academy is bringing so many new courses to keep you updated with so many trends that is happening in RPA. Now on to the next session.